is here. Huh? What time? Militant guitar. Saying Shir Shel Yom, I stopped for a second. I focused on the words. Yom Shishi v'Shabbos Shebo Hayu Halevim Omer Beis Hamikdash. This is the song of Friday of Shabbos. This is the song the Levim would sing in the Beis Hamikdash. The Levim were singing in Nigunim. They were singing Shiras David. They were singing the Nigunim of David HaMelech. They were singing Tehillim in the Beis Hamikdash, and we're here continuing to sing the Nigunim of David HaMelech, David Malka Mashiach. And there's such a beautiful Rav Shlomo Nigun from this mizmor. It's less known. Some of the Chaver know it, but I want to teach it to you, those that don't know it. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous Nigun. Mikoi lois, ma'im rabim, mikoi lois, thinking? What does the beginning of this niggun sound like? The beginning of the niggun. I'm gonna sing again the first few notes. Huh? Miko. Come on, Josh Goncher. Video Garye Postin. We know what comes first. I'm just saying. Not to mess anybody up. We know what comes first. Anyway. All right, Chaverim. Learning month of Cheshvan. We're learning Leilui Nishmas Bas Yefiger Bas Yisrael, Leilui Nishmas Frida Sam Bas Yitzchak, for Shtema Hillel Tzvi Yehuda, for the protection of all our Chayalim. This week was sponsored by the Wolfsons, Leilui Nishmas Avram Mordechai Ben Yosef, and by Meir Bar Lev, Leilui Nishmas Meir Ben Avram, and this that he's still here. The Chassid Shiyid was here. David Nachman Ben Rivka. Okay, so the Chevra that need pages, these pages over here. We have a very short but really sweet shir this morning, Bezrat Hashem. We're going back Keseder to the Sefer of Rav Biderman. I think we still have to order more. It's Daf. If you have the Sefer, it's Daf Memvav. Daf Memvav. Yeah, we've been waiting for this one for a while. This is the secret of Cholent. We did fish. Now we did fish. Now again, the secret of Cholent. Anyway, I also want to give us a bracha, Be'ez Hashem, to go into Shabbos like strong, proud Yidden that are very clear and focused and not confused about what our avoda is, where we're heading, what's going on in the world. The world is petrified of emes. The world is so scared that emet, that truth, will actually prevail. So these last moments before the complete revelation of light and truth, people are putting up their last blows wherever they are in the world, specifically last night in Amsterdam. Yemach Shemam v'zichram. May all those enemies pashut mod rot in sheol tachtis of Gehenna. All those people, may Yidden walk the streets of the world proud, never ever the face down, always proud, Bezrat Hashem. Please God. All right, so this is a very, it's cute. You'll see it's cute and sweet. It's actually, this is like actually one of the deepest inyanim. As we know, everything Rav Biderman does with us is showing us things that we think, things that like we're normal to you, we're used to do. It's like the Sefer is basically saying to us, you're doing it anyway. You may as well do it with consciousness. Like you may as well do it as a gewalt. Like I always say, if you're coming to shul, it may as well be on fire. If you're doing it already, like you're keeping Shabbos, it may as well like be the highest. You can do this with everything in life, but even with, it sounds like such a pashut thing, right? Like you may as well. That's the word. You may as well. If it's happening already, if you're singing a niggun, you may as well, sing the niggun. You may as well be in the niggun. It's like simple inyanim of what the world of mindfulness meditation has made billions of dollars on. Our tzaddikim have been telling us for years and years and years. It's all about the inyan of if you're doing it, you may as well be present. So this boils down to all the details, not just the kavanas of lechadaydi or ana bekoyach. It's even pashut pshat, like the way we spoke about fish, and now it's going to be pnimius of Cholent.
Boils down, I get it.
What?
Boils down. Sure. I thought it was intentional.
Oh, no.
You get the
Yeduim divrei Baal Amor. Memvav in the Sefer. Is Moshe here? Is Moshe Pollack here? Right. Just remind, if you see him, we need to make an order of more svarim. We have to order more.
Also the other Sefer.
Yeah. Different topic. But with this Sefer, we have to make sure that's out of print. This isn't out of print. We have to make more orders of this Sefer, because Be'ez Hashem will still be with it for months and months. Yeduim divrei Baal Amor. That does not mean hot springs. Chamin in Hebrew is Cholent. The takana that we were speaking about Oneg Shabbos. Who am I learning this? With Bini. I'm learning the Torahs from Rabbi Shemaiah Morgenstern. He begins his whole inyan of Avodas Hashem, that if it's not bringing you pleasure, you're doing something wrong. You know, like the sticker that came out after Arifeld, Hashem Yikom was killed. What was the word there?
Life is easier.
So, on the same type of like machshava is that if being engaged in godly service is not providing or producing oneg, pleasure, it's not just like mashu chaser. It's not like, it would be nice if that was there. The whole point of it is missing. On Shabbos, we've had so many teachings about oneg Shabbos, the pleasure of Shabbos. So here he says that what's part of the oneg of Shabbos? Cholent. Mechila for all my hippies no, they do veggie cholents and everything, but it's cheap imitation. It's not so. Huh? No, not me. No. I'm saying. No. I was kidding. Don't. It's not a big one. B'chol mi she'eino.
He's taking notes.
He's taking notes. I have to be so careful.
Like a true vegetarian.
He's gonna be mean with your face out.
Right, the anti.
It's always against the vegetarian.
That's why I love Shabbos shiurim more than anything.
Let's just start doing it.
Yeah. V'zeh leshona. Okay, but B'chol mi she'eino ochel. Now listen to what he says. How charif what his words are. B'chol mi she'eino ochel chamim b'Shabbos tzarich bdika achrav im hu min. Okay, that's a very crazy. That's a pretty stark statement. Whoever doesn't eat cholent on Shabbos, you got to check to see if he's a heretic. Let's see what. Obviously, that's not. We're not going to leave it at that. Okay. Ulehazmin ulevashel ulehatmin ulehaneg es Shabbos ulehashmin hu hamamin v'zoichel leketz hayamin. It's a lashon. He says, but the person. Yeah. He says, but when it comes to but those that mevashel, they matmin, which we're going to explain in a second, and they have pleasure with the Shabbos, and they become lashmin. It just means that you're not counting your calories. You're letting go. Ken? Hu hamamin. That's a person that wins. V'zoche leketz hayamin, and he'll be married to stay to the end of days. Okay. Ad kan l'shono. Perush. שמי שאינו מענג את השבס על ידי הטמנה סתפשיל מערב שבס, חיישינן שמא מינו ואינו מאמין מדברי חז"ל שהתירו את ההטמנה. This is how, thank God Rav Biderman gave us a parish here, because without his parish we would think that he's saying if you don't eat cholent on Shabbos, we have a chashash, you're not really a yid. What about cholent did Rav Biderman say to us is the inyan of why we look at people based on their relationship to that? Hatmana.
Because the way it's cooked.
Hatmana. What's hatmana? What's like?
Burying the pot to...
Insulation. What's insulation? When it comes to Shabbos, it's takanas chazal. Nachon? So he's saying over here, those that don't, they say that it's asur. To do that, they probably have a problem with emunah in Torah Shabbat. They have a problem. They don't believe in Divrei Chazal that the format that is now available to us today, in order to cook cholent, is permissible. Yercheshesh shema minho. That's how he's explaining that inyan. Understand?
I always heard that it was Karaites didn't allow there to be fires on.
It's nachon, but he's not going that. He's going, listen, no, it's the same. He's just speaking bidiyuk. What's that?
They only would hold the rice, they don't hold the
Right. It was a great story. I just read about that. About the Or Chaim HaKadosh on his yahrzeit. We said a story with the Karaim that when he was masking to be the Rav in Yerushalayim, he said he wanted to do his first shir in the Karaite shul. He said, that's crazy. And I think like the first second they walked into the shul, the first few steps, or the whole place collapsed. He's like, okay, now we could start, now that we were oiked this inyan that Chazal is not relevant, now we could start actually learning Torah. Okay.
It's not just that you do Chazal. The smell of Chazal takes up your entire house. It's not just like the moon is in Chazal. The cholent smells of your entire house. You're like stuck with them when it's
That's Chidushei Reb Aryeh. Yeah, that's not what he's saying yet. He's going, it's a Gevalt, and it's Emes. I have to stick to the way he's building it up over here right now for a second. וצורך ביור, מדוע חמור הדבר כל כך עד שאמרו עליו חיישינן שמא מינו? So, listen, there are a lot of things that people are like not so good about. We don't say about them, listen, we're suspicious about the person that he's mamish a heretic. Here, the lashon is the language is it's very stark language, very harsh language. Like, because he doesn't eat cholent, we think that it's because he doesn't trust the takana of Chazal, of hatmana, of insulation, so we're choshesh maybe that he's an apikoros. Where else do we see this when it comes to someone that maybe choose to not do something? Right? It's not saying he's over in Isser, maybe he's a min. We're saying he's just not taking advantage of a tikkun Chazal, chayshin an shema minhu. You understand the you need a little shtickle Gemara cup to understand what he's doing over here. I'm going to say it again. When are we usually suspicious about people that they're kofrim? Let's say like tachlis.
When they do something directly against.
When they're dafka, or they will dafka not do something that mamish, talk about smell, that mamish stinks of kfira, right? Here he's saying, what are we talking about? The guy just doesn't eat cholent. What are you jumping down his throat saying, Shema Minhu? You understand? Like, what are we jumping to? We don't see this about other laws of Shabbos or other mitzvahs in the Torah that we say, maybe the guy's a heretic. Okay, the next page. Next column. ומבאר הרב הקדוש רבי צבי מליסקה, וזכוס יגן עלינו, שהרי במשך 6 ימי המעשה, מתעסק האדם בענייני פרנסה וכל הצטרכויותיו, 6 days of the week, I'm always busy with my parnas, with all my needs, ופעמים שיבוא לחשוב על הצלחתי, and he comes quite often to think about his הצלחה, אכן, כוחי ועוצם ידי עשה לי שכר לזה. Look, my strength, my power, I did it. And I see it in front of me, I worked hard. What's the word? Work hard, play hard. Well, so here we'd say, work hard, boast hard, That's the 6 days of the week. Work hard, boast hard. Boasting. Look at me. לאידך, כשחס ושלום אינו מצליח, יישבר ליבו בקרבו על כך, שהוא אינו מצליח. And then when he's working hard and it's not going good, so he says to himself, wow, I'm a kishalon. I'm a failure. It's not working. This all comes from one place. Everything, your successes come from Hashem. Your failures is a different story, right? Well, the successes come from Hashem. You could say the failures come from Hashem too to get you back on track. But when I live in a consciousness of always saying, am I matzliach or not? And when I am, look at me, look what I did. Yesh po ba'aya. Therefore, he says that how much I made or how much I lost is all dependent on my hishtadlus. This is Rav Biderman 101. Okay? Mamish, every Shabbos we see by Rav Biderman 101 talking about how a person perceives their successes and their failures in life, and how much getting out of your head about that is a person's entry into a place of mamish, of Shabbos, of freedom. This is why Hashem gave us one day in the week, Yom Shabbos Kodesh, Yom HaDemehei Menusa, the day of faith. That's what Shabbos is called, the day of faith. Shebeyoim zeh yaskir adam la'atzmo shehakol mishamayim mimal. On Shabbos, there's something. If you want to say like what Shabbos is all about, what he's saying over here is that it's a day where the recognition that every single thing that happened to me this last week, and everything that's going to happen to me next week, is all coming from above. Ve'ein oid malvado. There's no one but Hashem. That's what Shabbos, that's the awareness and the consciousness that Shabbos brings down to a person when Shabbos is Shabbos. Hakol me'ito yizbarach. We also have to say, we've learned this so many times, whether it was with Tzvi Meyer's Torahs, or Rav Kluger's Torahs, or him here, and Rav Yaakov Meir Shechter for sure, that a person has to go into Shabbos with the notion of Kol Melachta Asuya. Everything I needed to do is already done. Everything I haven't done is not needed. I walk into Shabbos as a free person. V'chol hishtadluso b'parnasa v'shar inyanav einam ki'im hisorerus sheyavo hadavar elu. All of a person's ishtadlus beparnasa, of trying hard, of working hard in other matters, are just an awakening that it should come from itself. Ve'ilu hatotzaot ba'atzlacha or ba'efsed miyad Hashem hu. And we all know this. The result, whether it works or it doesn't work, it's so hard for us to acknowledge this because we live in an absolutely opposite world of this. But the result, meaning the success or the failure, is from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So what is us? Like, what's our chelik in this? So this is where he's taking us in this whole secret of Cholent. Okay? V'ramzu inyan ze behatmanas hatavshil. This is amazing. The concept of hatmana, of insulation, the way that we now go about things, this is all hinted to what Chazal talked about hatmana. Ki zoi maus hatmana. This is what hatmana is really all about. Shematminim k'deira she'en hatavshil sheba muchan kol tzarko. This is Gevalt. You see where he's saying, you could see where he's taking us. What are you doing with Cholent? What kind of dishes, what type of a dish are we speaking about?
Throw these raw ingredients into a pot.
That's not finished.
Right. Not
You don't know the end product. You have, and
It's going to be okay.
and what are you basically saying? Ume'atzman nigmeres achanas hatavshil, and the end, right, is done by its own. This is Gevalt. This is absolutely Gevalt. I'm telling you, the kavanas you'll have today with Cholent, the different zat.
By the way, today's time is all about
Yeah, nachon.
kavanos you have when you're eating and on Shabbos.
It's very good. This is unbelievable.
You eat anything like Shabbos, like you, so it's like
Nachon. You are what you eat, right? So you are what you are where your heart is when you're also kashur to what you're eating as well. As Rabbi Nachman writes throughout Likutei Maharan, that the person becomes, literally, you are what you eat, you become part of the food that you eat. So we believe that if I put consciousness into the food that I'm eating, and I'm becoming that consciousness that I'm putting into the food. Like Rabbi Nachman writes in the Torah about the Meraglim, what they said. What was the lashon of the Meraglim that he says he has 4 different Torahs about? Huh?
They look like grasshoppers, so they saw me that way.
Not that one. Not that one. Which one is it? Rabbi Nachman has 4 Torahs in this pasuk. No. Thank you. Eretz Ocheles Yeshvea. That one. It's a land that devours its inhabitants. Teva hamazon nishapech lanizon. That's the lashon of Rabbi Nachman. It's the nature of food that you consume to become part of the consumer. That's the whole Torah about becoming close to the tzaddik and also becoming close to Eretz Yisrael, becoming devoured by the land. Eretz Ocheles Yeshvea. Everyone says, oh, that was a horrible thing the Meraglim said. Reb Nachman says, I would love to be consumed and devoured by the land. Just like I would love to be consumed and devoured by the tzaddik, right? So here we could do this even with simple things like preparing, like with the way we go with Cholent. Again, I want to say this again. Zoi, 4th line. Zoi maus hatmana. Shematminin kedeira she'en hatavshil sheba muchan kol tzarcho ume'at man nigmeres achanas hatavshil benasa muchan umezuman la'achila kol tzarcho belo peulas ha'adam klal. That's it. That's the mic drop. That this Cholent, after you just threw things together, any type of dish like this that we use with hatmana, all dishes have to do that the hatmana are usually correlated to, you end up with something amazing. And was it you that was make sure you finished till the last second to make sure the product was okay? Like the way we usually treat the 6th day of the week's mindset of work? No. So Arya, go back to your vart. That is a reach nichayach la'Hashem. That is, like, on the one hand, yes, the smell, the actual fragrance, gewalt, but this is a type of a thing that really produces a reach nichayach. This smell, this fragrance to Hashem, saying, my kindlech really, even the way they eat, they're thinking about, they know that the end result is me, Hashem, That's on Hashem. Look at my kinderlach. Even the way they eat on Shabbos, they're living this type of consciousness and awareness. So the Rav Biderman says, now if you get to this on Shabbos, it's not supposed to be reserved just for Shabbos. Schlep this consciousness into the week because it's true also during the week. Same thing that you came to over here, The same way you have to approach parnasa during the days of the week. She'enam ela hiserus utchilas davar. Your work is made some kind of arousal and awakening to start doing something. Aval atotzaot, but the results, me'ito yisbarach heim. The results come from the Rebbeinu Shlema. Ulechach mi shelo hitminas achamim be'erev Shabbos. So now we go back to what he said before, from the Baal Hamor. So whoever doesn't place, right, doesn't prepare this type of dish before Shabbos, and let it then bubble away on its own. Dehainu she'eno mevin et haremez Shabbat mana. He doesn't understand the purpose of why Chazal are metaken, that this thing could actually be applicable. She'adam eno ki'imatchil. You are just a beginner. You're not the closer. You're not the finisher. U'gemara melacha, the end, the completion of anything that happens, bidvar Hashem. And if that's not the way you look at life, chayshinan shema humin. Yes, we have a chashash that you don't really believe in God. You believe in you, and you believe in God when it works out for you. All these, I'm telling the Chevra all week that all these different stories about Rav Shlomo and words that I haven't thought of in years, since Cheshvan came in, every day now, I can't stop. I was sharing earlier this week a few things. This is one of the most startling things I was ever told, and it really connects to here. Rav Shlomo's last Yom Kippur in the world, which was September, maybe it was even the beginning of October 94, I don't know exactly. So he turned around to the crowd right before he started Tfilas Ne'ilah, and he said, Chevra, I just want to tell you, were you there? You weren't there, right? The last Yom Kippur, you were there?
I was there for Sukkot with him.
I know, but were you there for when he said the following thing? No. So he said, Chevra, you can make Avodah Zarah out of anything. You can make Avodah Zarah out of the Shulchan Aruch. You can make Avodah Zarah, and then he said, he says, you can make Avodah Zarah even out of God. So what does that mean? Usually what Avodah Zarah means, I don't believe in it. No. If your awareness of God is that He's there when it works, that's making Avodah Zarah out of God. You understand? So I think Shema Minho, we have a chashash that you need to control, and you need a final product of success in order to say, this is good and this works. And Rav Biderman is saying to us, Chazal in their infinite wisdom, within every detail of every halacha and every tikkun Chazal, is all showing us, yes, Adam la'amal yulad, you work here in this world, that's what you're supposed to do. But if you're toiler, if you're going to say the amount of Ribono Shlem's existence in the world is based on the result of my hishtadlus, you got chayshinan shema minhu. We have a chashash, maybe you're really an apikoros. That's not what it's about. And this all comes from Cholent. Do you realize how crazy this is? Chayshinan shema minhu she'ein emunaso eitana. That his emuna is not really strong. Ki Hashem hu Elokim ein od. There's nothing else. V'lachen ochlin hachamim besudas hayom b'Shabbos Kodesh. Now he goes even way higher. That's why, when do you usually, generally speaking, eat cholent? Although I've seen a lot of different minhagim in recent years. It's so funny how, like, after you hear this, it's like, why would anyone eat cholent on Thursday night?
Because you're preparing.
The moichin. Serious. No, but you already know on Thursday night that it's done. It doesn't wait.
That's a Thursday night show.
We have children.
Yeah.
We're learning the Rekazah. We're having a minute of
Yafé mod. Yeah. Did anyone here ever get into eating cholent on Friday night?
Yes.
Yeah. Did anyone go to yeshiva? Right. Yeah. Most people here know. Yeah.
We ate cholent today already.
I always thought you eat it in the day so to give you more time to digest.
All the chokhmas. Yofi. But now I'm going to tell you why the whole Inyan really was about lunch. Okay? He's going to tell you. Why dafka on Shabbos Kodesh? On Shabbos day? Shehi keneged bechinas atika kadisha. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I'm going to explain to you, not today or ever, what atika kadisha means. What I will tell you is that the concept of atika kadisha is connected to the sphere of Keter, which produces light for Olam HaAtzilus, which for many people, including myself, is Swahili and Chinese. I know of these concepts, I know the existence of them. To truly draw them down, Bemet would take, it would take a long, long time. But all we're saying is that this place that's called Atika, David, you want to give it a shot? But like a banger.
A banger?
Yeah, a banger.
The realm of Kesser, let's say, is beyond everything. Beyond everything. And on that level, there's two layers. One is the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which is the Aruch Ampin, but the Atik, the inner point of will, is Oneg.
Oneg. Give out. Chevra, you could hear this every single morning if you tune into the Daily Tanya. Just putting it out there. This was not planned. Okay, I'm just telling you. The Shabbos day lunch is Keneged Atika Kadisha. This place that's the highest world that we could ever understand, connecting to the oneg of having elokus in your life, godliness in your life. Now in Hebrew, just the word Atika Kadisha, he's going to play it on Hebrew now. Shemiramzim la'adam. Hachilos alasos ishtadlus. You began doing hishtadlus. Beautiful. But now, ata ta'atik mekomcha misham. What does that mean? Over here, ta'atik mekomcha misham. Remove yourself. Yeah, it could also mean ta'atik. Here it means remove yourself from that place. V'tismoch al Hashem shehu yigmor ba'adcha v'toivlach. And you trust Hashem that at the end, Rebbeinu Shalom sees all the ishtadlus, and at the end the Cholent will taste great. And I want to say like this about us now also. You have to put things into perspective. There's been such ishtadlut mitzad Am Yisrael. Such ishtadlut mitzad Am Yisrael. But anyone that thinks in any position of leadership, especially in Am Yisrael, but even any leader in the world, okay? But specifically Am Yisrael, if anyone believes that it's on them, ligmor et hamelacha, that the success of their reigning or whatever they're doing in the world is all based on how much they get the job done, even if the job gets done, it's not oineg and it doesn't have reach. Even if they get a job done, it doesn't produce what it's supposed to produce. The type of things that we speak about in our Yiddishkeit is that it's not that I leave space for God to come and be the makib patish. That's not what we're talking about. I go into something knowing you put me in this world to give it my best shot. I'm just saying if you got that one, right? Yeah, hit me with your best shot. Shlakrak had a concert this week. Yeah, no, it's to give the best shot that I can. But after that, the more that's the words of the leaders of our country, both in the political arena and in the military, mamash in the military arena, the more that could hopefully really become the way that we look at everything in our life and trust, just like we do with the children, trust, I'm going to love this dish tomorrow. But how do you know? Look what it looks like right now. Chazal. That's how I know. And that's the only way I know. They told me this works. Yeah, but you don't see. Look at it right now. Look what it looks like. Would you eat this now? Would you taste this now? Well, some chavre would say yes. But most people would say, probably not like this, but it's okay. I know. Like, but it looks so stormy. So remember the Midrash says, Rav Shlomo would teach us a lot, that there was one time there was a big se'ara, a big storm. People were on the ship, it's a huge storm, and they see everyone's running trying to figure out how to take care of themselves. And they see one boy, one little kid, he's like chilling on a swing on the boat. He's fine. And they say to him, come, are you crazy? Come, you're gonna get, he's like, I just know that the same entity that gave me life is the same one that's causing this storm, and he knows that I trust him. You do what you have to do, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You do what you have to do, I'm going to do what I have to do. So every Torah that we learn regarding Shabbos, regarding these days right now, just this morning, those those insane Yemenites that need to be wiped off the map, again, scared a bunch of Jewish people this morning in the Arava, Yam HaMelach. This whole morning has been filled with Jews running into finding shelter in Zichron Yaakov, in Haifa, in Akko, in the Krayot. Just another normal Friday, right? We have to hold on tight, strong, and we have to, those of us that are not on the front lines fighting, our fight really is the consciousness that I live with my day-to-day life. So I want to give you a bracha that it matters when you think about Cholent, that it matters when you think about fish, that it actually matters. These things actually matter. They actually change the course of reality. They do. Mi yodei ma'is kazos higat lamalchus. You have no idea, for this reason alone, of the way that you look at the way your relationship is with the food on Shabbos, is the reason that you were privileged to sit by the shulchan of the Melech. And it should fill us with a lot of strength and emunah, that basof, לא רק בסוף, גם עכשיו זה טוב, אבל בסוף זה יהיה בטוב, like they say in Lubavitch, בטוב הנראה והנגלה, that I could see it, that I could taste it, that I could feel it. Okay, good Shabbos, everybody.